operate what I got.
That's true. Well, I can't operate it, but I'd like to do both now. Yeah.
Meeting come to order. Got a roll call. All 5 of us are here. First, we need to do the community crossroad rebidding or repicking the contractor. Mark, you want to talk about it?
So I just want to review the email that I sent to all of you, just so that we're kind of refreshing our memories. While submitting notification of contractor award paperwork to NDOT, I was notified that we cannot split the contract between 2 different contractors. This contract covers Pennsylvania, Harrison, Shady Lane, and Dayton Road. NDOT had said they misunderstood our request last week to award the contract to 2 different contractors to lower the cost. So what does this mean? It means that the contracts awarded at our February monthly board meeting to Reith Riley and Midwest Paving totaling $235,828, with NDOT paying $146,358 and Dayton would pay $89,470. Using NDOT's criteria for only using 1 contractor per contract, the low bid is from Reith Riley in the amount of $246,461. That would increase the town's portion of contract cost for contract number 1 from $89,470 to $100,103. The second contract that we have with NDOT, which is for crack seal and slurry seal of College, Prairie Lane, Conjunction, Market, and Rick's Place, will have out-of-pocket costs for the town of $6,839. So combining contract 1 and 2 will result in out-of-pocket costs for the town totaling $106,942. The budgeted amount for street work this year was $100,000 even, and I believe that, Ron, you reached out
Yeah, Michelle said.
and said that we have money in Riverboat or something to cover that extra amount. So I just wanted to kind of review that so everybody knows what we're doing here this evening, and the dollar amounts, of course. So after you approve it, I do have a couple notes that I want to present after that, okay?
Okay, we're approving, we're giving the contract, the award.
Yeah, the only thing you need to do this evening is award contract number 1 to Reith Riley as the low bidder at $246,461.
Make a motion to award the contract to Reith Riley for contract 1. Second.
Got a motion and a second to award the contract to Reith Riley. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carried.
Okay. Okay, 2 other things. One is, since we're doing the sidewalks this year, that involves a bit more detail. So I reached out to VS Engineering, who is our consultant on this project, and I wanted to make sure that under the contract that we have with them, that the layout work that will be required by the contractor is covered under our fee that we're already paying to them, and it is. I just didn't want us to get surprised, so it is covered underneath that. Secondly, so as the project gets closer, specifically Harrison and Pennsylvania, we're probably looking at May, something like that. I think that we should send a letter to the homeowners on Harrison and Pennsylvania, and just detailing exactly what we're going to do there and kind of bring them up to speed there. I think they're aware now, but we'll let them know who the contractor was awarded, or who the contract was awarded to, the start date, what's involved. So it'd be sidewalks and tree removal and driveway approaches. so they have something in their hand.
Right.
Lastly, and this is all, this community crossing, I know the town's done it before, but it's all new to me. So I sent an email to NDOT today saying the deadline is Sunday. So I wanted to send this to NDOT today. I said I wanted to confirm you received Dayton's notice of award paperwork for both of the Dayton community crossing contracts. Let me know if anything else is needed. They sent me an email back saying they've submitted the purchase orders to the central office, and at this time nothing further is required from the town of Dayton. So the reason I point that out is that, I mean, you know, unless I had thought to call them about splitting that contract and how I should do that,
You wouldn't have known.
I wouldn't have known, and I would have just sent it in.
Yeah.
And, you know, you almost have to check yourself on all this stuff. And they have hundreds of contracts coming through there every day, I'm sure. So I'm just trying to make sure that
Tell the
everything...
public why they, when you split the bids, you save a tremendous amount of money. Why did they want all one contract?
You know, they said because, so yes, we would have saved out-of-pocket expense for the town of approximately $11,000, the way that we thought we could. And they said the reasoning is that no, because although there's more than one project, it was all under one contract, and that contract cannot be split up in between vendors, even though it saves money.
It's a shame, it would have saved the state.
Yeah,
and
yeah, it would have saved us both money, but that's the way they do it. So any questions about it, or, okay. So,
So who's doing that other one of just sealing the streets? Who's doing that?
that company's called Pavement Solutions. They were the lone bidder, and they were $5,000, I think, under the estimate, so we did good on it. I spoke to them and Reith Riley, letting them know that they have received the contracts, and that any paperwork, as I get paperwork from NDOT, I'll be calling them and setting up a contractor meeting to go over the projects and stuff, so that's where we're at.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to go ahead and pick a replacement for Kimberly Wright on the redevelopment commission, because she's running for judge and she can't be on it anymore, so I'd emailed everybody to be thinking who they would like. You guys got any suggestions?
I don't recall getting the email. I said, I don't recall getting the email.
Yeah, I sent it yesterday, everybody. Just said be thinking about it. You got any suggestions?
I don't think it's appropriate to offer suggestions in a public setting without at least talking to the people first to see if they're even interested.
Well,
I've not talked to anybody yet to offer a suggestion.
well, I've talked to people. This is a continuation from last year, you know, when you guys came up here and picked a person, and I presume, I don't know, just sort of continuation.
But at that time, the board had asked for everybody to submit names, and then that way, you know, if there's common denominators amongst those names, then.
Well, would you guys like to submit names?
Yeah, we could talk to those people to see if they're even interested.
Well, actually, a lot of this is a continuation of back then when we all had people, we talked, I think I talked, we got some ideas and everything, and it's the same as what you guys did before. I think the people that certainly were going to suggest or something have been talked to.
That's right, sounds like you four have it worked out, so it's trying to stall anything.
Yeah, because the next week is the redevelopment meeting. We need to have somebody in place preferably.
We're going short just one person.
You're short one person. Kimberly had to step down. She resigned, remember?
Well, I'm aware of that, but I'm
Couple.
thinking, Ashley made a point that, how much public discussion was there about replacement for,
Well,
yeah.
everybody's known for, what, 2 months now that she's resigned and we gotta pick something. I've emailed everybody here to be thinking about who you would like. It's just a matter of picking a replacement. You guys didn't see your email or something? Did you see the email? Did you?
I did
Did you
not.
see the email?
No.
Well, I sent it to all 5 of you, so you gotta look at your email, guys.
I'll double check.
But you would, Ron, I mean, you'll send an email, you said it yesterday, so, you know, maybe it was,
Well, I sent one about 3 weeks ago
it was
saying,
24 hours before a meeting. I mean, that doesn't give us any time to talk to names that we may suggest to see if they even want to be on it. You know, I know from my experience, in the past, you know, there was, you know, quite a few names, and you go and talk to those people, and, you know, they appreciate the offer maybe, but no thanks, you know, they didn't want anything to do with it, or
I remember
didn't
when
have
you,
time to.
I remember when you guys picked it, we came up to a meeting and you brought it up, somebody said, put a name in the hat, put it there and they handed it down, and you guys picked the person.
No, that's wrong, that is totally wrong, Ron. You know, we were asked to submit names to Tyrone ahead of the meetings of people that we thought might be interested, and that way, you know, you have a little bit of time to plan, to go out and talk to those people, see if they're actually interested, you know, to see who the common denominators are. You know, if each of us submit 3 names, okay, for example, and there's, you know, amongst 5 people, you know, if that name is submitted, you know, 5 different times, and, okay, we all agree on that name, that's probably somebody we ought to go talk to, okay? Or somebody should talk to.
I would think before you submit the name, you'd talk to them before.
I'm aware of names submitted from 3 weeks ago. That was far in the last 24 hours of this period.
I don't think it's critical that.
Well, I think you
person-
got a meeting next week, and you're going into it, you could have that person sitting on that panel.
Well, I believe Kimberly said that she would serve through February.
Yeah, but why, that doesn't quite make sense if we can pick a new person. I don't care, we can wait, but it sort of doesn't make sense. You've got somebody that's stepping down, so, and if you could go ahead and pick somebody, I don't care. If you guys didn't look at your email, that's whatever. You want to take another week or 2 or to pick it, I think you got a redevelopment committee they're getting ready to okay some stuff and everything, and we need to get these people on there. We're gonna have somebody sitting there that's can't vote or anything, that's getting off of the committee. That just doesn't make sense.
Why couldn't they vote?
Kimberly?
Yeah, if she's on the committee.
Well, she's leaving the committee, so.
Right. She said she'd stay on through February, so to me, if there is anything to vote on, she'd be able to vote.
Ron,
Yes.
you had a meeting posted last Thursday, and then it was changed to tonight, so I think that probably the council has known since last Thursday about a member being appointed, not just since yesterday.
Well, they've known about it
And,
for
yeah,
a
the
month
longer
and a half,
thing.
because
Right.
I sent out another email saying that
I don't believe that the last Thursday's
Actually,
had anything to do with
excuse me,
the
I'm talking.
development committee.
Wait till I'm done. A month and a half ago, you guys all got an email saying that I appoint, the president appoints 3 of them, and everybody else be thinking of the other stuff, the other people's replacement, but whatever, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I had talked to, the idea of some people, and you actually declined it. One individual in particular.
Could you speak up, please, Al? I'm sorry, you talk so softly.
Previously, I'd spoken to one person.
Thank you.
About it, and they had declined it. So then with the submission that you have now, Ron, for the redevelopment committee, I was noting people, I'm okay with that. Would, however, in taking in Ashley's suggestion, just for this moment, is to allow Kimberly to sit for this, and that way Ashley's submission or any information he wants to put in will decide shortly.
You said that you had sent me an email. Is the people or person that you're looking at, are they included in that email that you'd sent?
No, it just, I'm trying to do it like you guys did it, where I don't think, well, you guys probably talked amongst each other when you appointed somebody, but no.
Not really.
Well, I never even got an email before or anything, but
We
But-
were at an open board meeting, and all the board members were told to think of some people and submit it to the president,
but they didn't tell each other, did they?
tell each other what.
When they came to the board meeting to vote on it. You're asking me, did I submit names in that email? Right? That's what you
I'm
first
asking
asked.
if, you said you sent me an email yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm asking if there are a name or numerous names on that email of people that,
No, because I just wanted everybody to come up here and make suggestions and like we
well,
did
Al
before.
indicated that, you know, that you had new names or whatever. Maybe I misunderstood.
Well, I talked to him separately down at his
It was
place. I told
just private.
Just private stuff, you know,
Okay.
running over names. But if you want to wait a couple of weeks, Ashley, and
Right now, fill that seat to have your committee rounded out. And since we have already heard that Kimberly said she would serve to the end of the month, that still affords us the time and allows Ashley to make his submission as well. And you can move on.
I'm just saying he's done it for 2 months, we gotta replace this. But we can wait, so,
Well,
anybody else have a comment?
Well, that's not really true, but, go ahead.
Ashley, when Kimberly gave the resignation, you've known from that date, and that was at least 2 months ago, right? You've known from that date that we have
That
to
was
replace somebody.
last month at the January meeting, correct?
No, it was
So
in
it's been
December.
30 days,
Okay,
okay?
it's
She
been
said
30 days.
she said she'd stay on through February, okay?
So when did you think we would pick a new person?
Well, I wouldn't think that you'd have, you turn that 5-member board into a 6-member board. And I thought there would be,
Well, why would you,
there would
why,
become a point in time where you would ask for us to submit names, okay? And then I would think that those names would be reviewed and those folks would be talked to see if they were even interested.
I've talked to the ones that I've thought about,
Okay.
and you haven't, I guess go ahead and do it, but
It's your board, buddy.
she was,
Whatever you wanna do.
she was, saying that she would stay on if we didn't have a replacement to help us. Okay, my suggestion was we try to get the person replaced before our next board meeting, so that person could be brought up into the loop with everybody else, but you guys tell me what you wanna do. Al made a
I gave
suggestion.
my offer, the resolution just for the moment, on the spot.
Anybody else have any comments?
I think we ought to go ahead and get it done. Stop waiting.
Well, I do too,
You're a tiebreaker, Jim.
I mean, we all have known that this person's getting replaced, and we, without being told, think about this, I would hope we were all thinking about it. But I don't want one more thing for people to complain about.
You're in
I
politics.
mean,
People are gonna complain.
like, you really haven't been thinking about this? You haven't talked to anybody?
I have, yes.
So you,
And that was the way I was presenting it as an office.
Yeah, so I've been thinking about it, and, you know, I figured at some point in time, you know, the president would ask for names, and
so now, can we do it now?
I'm not mentioning names in public until I talk to the people.
Actually, when it's on there, redevelopment committee, and that's been on the websites for at least 3 days, I would think you at least ask what we're gonna do, appointment of redevelopment commission.
Well, Ron, I would think that you would send out an email if you're asking for this, okay? Evidently you did, but, you know, it's not
Yeah,
like I check the town email every single day, you know, I do have a full-time job.
It's
You know,
still been on there for 3 days, Ashley, at least, everything.
So, so it's a discussion, right? So,
It says appointment of redevelopment commission. It does not say discussion, it says appointment of redevelopment commission.
submit names for appointment, whatever. You all do what you want to do. So.
I think Ashley knows we're gonna pick a person. I sent an email, it's on here. He's known for a month at least. We need to pick somebody, everybody here. If you wanna wait, I think we ought to get it over with.
I just love the transparency of this new board, you know, I'm digging it. So.
Ashley, it's right there. Why don't you do your job, Ashley, instead of harassing and throwing a cog into everything?
Ron, you can read that as a discussion
No, you can't.
point.
An idiot couldn't read it wrong, Ashley. It says appointment of redevelopment commission. That means appointment. It doesn't mean this and that and think about it for 2 more weeks. It means appointment. Okay? And you got the email and it's on everything else that's around.
What did you think we needed to talk about?
I thought that we would have a request made of the president to, you know, get ready, you know, to submit names.
Well, submit your name, Ashley. Submit a
For
name.
future appointment.
You guys have a name? I got one. Al, you got anybody you want to appoint?
Not this time, no. The person I had in mind is declined.
Yeah, forget it.
Yep. Make a motion to appoint Nancy.
Nancy Oswald. Got a motion, anybody want to second it?
I second it.
Got a motion and a second to appoint Nancy Oswald to replace Kimberly Wright on the commission, redevelopment commission. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no.
No.
Motion carries. Okay, need comments from the residents?
I think
Sue?
Nancy would be exceptional.
Do what?
I think Nancy would be exceptional.
I do too. I think there's a lot of people in town that can do this, and, you know, it just, I think she'd be a great person to do it. Probably 10 other people also. So. Anybody else from the audience? Okay, need a motion to close the meeting, adjourn the meeting?
I make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Okay.
Motion adjourned.
So last night at the area plan meeting, did they not discuss that rebuilding?
They canceled it because I don't think they, Ashley and I had seen they haven't advertised it right, and we voiced our opinion, and I don't know if they pulled it because they hadn't advertised it right, or they just pulled it because the town had sent letters
In opposition?
in opposition,
I
so
was curious, so it wasn't even on the agenda?
it wasn't, no.
Okay.
I don't know, if it was, I think they just automatically roll it to the next month.
Well, I know you said you didn't have any signs up there, so is that what you mean by advertising?
Yeah, they're supposed to have 2, one along the interstate, one on Haggerty, and Ashley had looked, and then I looked.
Well, I was curious. Yeah. Okay.
They were smart. They would be, they would want to work with the Yeah, they're trying to cram it on, you know, just not get it.
Well, they should have started the conversation.
No, but I think.
Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah. And the area plan is bad. Realtors I got here, they wanted to annex, they wanted to rezone it first, so then once you rezone it, you can't really have. Yeah.
I'm gonna get home before.